Whose phone is that?
Hello? Hello? Hi mate, you alright? Yeah, I can't really talk at the moment. I'm at a wedding. Yeah, I'm supposed to be giving a speech in a minute. Plum and Jess? You know? Yeah, Poker West Cross, that's it. Yeah. Dark alley outside time with Dick Alley, yeah, that's the one. Jess, you know Jess? Plenty of fish, yeah, that's the one, yeah. I know, finessely birds, what can I say? No, I couldn't believe she said yes either, to be honest, right? Yeah, all the boys are here. Yeah, honey boo boo's here, yeah. He's really happy, we were just eating. Food was alright, like. Was okay, had better. Yeah, Buzz is here as well. Him and Joe are still playing for the Whites, yeah. Anyway, mate, listen, I gotta go just about to give the most amazing speech these people have ever heard. Yeah, I'll give you a call tomorrow. Alright, tell me. Sorry about that. It's a quick phone call. Right, okay. For an occasion like this, sorry about that, it's a bit like nerves. Right, I'd just like to start, before speaking, just laying down a few ground rules, okay? So if any of you have got any mobile phones, please leave them switched on to keep yourselves entertained. And if any of you have got any funny jokes, please feel free to text them to me, because this is terrible. I remember my dad once gave me some good advice. He always said to me, if you can't say something nice about someone, then don't say anything at all. So thanks for coming. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Dan. I'm the best man for today. I think I should tell you that Plum has specifically asked me today during my speech not to mention any previous girlfriends. So that would cut the speech down by about 5 or 10 seconds. So, today, January the 31st. Some of you may not know, a very special day in history. Just as Plum and Jess are embarking on their journey together, in 1492, Christopher Columbus and his crew embarked upon their own voyage of discovery. Let's just hope Plum and Jess enjoy as much excitement and good fortune as Columbus's men, only without picking up syphilis along the way. Now I know Plum today, some of you may know, obviously know Plum, he's a very self-conscious boy. He in my line of work, the fitness industry, he did get hold of me, so look down, I need to go on, I want to look best on my wedding day, have you got any diets I can go on? So I said, yeah, no problem, I've got a couple of good diets I can mention to you. So the first one I mentioned to him was the GI diet, which in his case stood for the gave-in diet. The second one was the Cambridge diet, some of you might have heard of. That's the one where he thought he had to try and live on the same income as a student. And the last one he tried was the bikini diet, but he kept choking on the elastic. So, I don't know where to start with Plum, really. As some of you know, we go back a very, very long way. Been best mates for, as he said, 30 years. Growing up together was very interesting, to say the least. I don't know how many times I asked my parents if I could move school, move house, anything to stop the little fat kid from knocking on my door every day. Now, Plum's story is quite a complex story, a very complex character, so I found it very difficult to sum up just with words. So what I've done is I've put together a little presentation for you, just to give you some visuals and help me describe the man that we see here today. So, if you just bear with me 2 seconds while I just get this started. Yeah, I've got the cover on me. Don't look. You all hear that? So, what better place to start then, really, at the beginning? I couldn't really find many pictures of Plum as a child growing up, because I'm pretty sure he made his mother incinerate them all. But I did manage to dig up a few little gems. So the early years, can you all hear the music? You got the full effect, yeah? So, growing up then, Plum was a keen sportsman. We all know rugby was Plum's main sport, due to being the son of Dickie Bynan, who used to play for the All Whites. But Plum did have many other sporting hobbies, which he did manage to keep quiet from Dickie. He actually took up football at quite a young age. We used to spend many an afternoon up at Ville Park after school. Plum used to think he was the next Gianfranco Zola, but he looked more like Lucas 16 Stoney. A lot of people don't know as well that Plum actually had a passion for basketball. Although certain height issues obviously ensured he wouldn't take this up further on in life. Plus I don't think he ever quite understood what he had to do, he just kept sitting on the ball. Plum hasn't always been very successful with the ladies, and he doesn't have a great track record, but that never stopped him from trying. He resorted to some very unusual tactics when he was younger. And there's a photo of him there chasing a young Rhea Fillery. Plum was also very much into his hip-hop dancing. And he'd spend hours practicing his moves until he'd come to realise that he lacked absolutely any rhythm whatsoever, which unfortunately would stick with him for the rest of his life and can be seen in this short VT. What Miles is doing in the background there. There he is. That's the Poker West cross there on his stag do in Liverpool. The old finger pointing and rub of the hands technique has always been one of my favourites, and I'm pretty sure it'll come out later on. Anyways, moving swiftly on. Oops. There we go. So, Plum was a very family-orientated boy growing up. He spent lots of time attending church with his mum and his nan, and lots of time attending the pub with his dad. He always had a very strong bond with his brother David though, and has always looked up to his brother and talks about his brother to this day in very high regard. I've managed to find these great little photos of the two of them together over the years. There's Plum and Badger there on a stroll down Little Road on Saturday afternoon. Oh, this is a good one. This is when Plum got into a spot of bother with Vicky and Aled in Time and Envy in a dark alley one night, and Badger had to come and bail him out of Swansea Central. That's the two of them on a family holiday in Centre Parks together when they were younger. And then the last one there is just a nice Bishop Gore School photo that they had taken. Lovely, lovely. Look, good times, lovely, good strong bond they got together. So, the next part of Plum's life I feel I should mention is sixth form. Now this was an important couple of years in the development of Plum. It's when he turned from half a boy to half a man. Now I managed to dig up some photos from those 2 years. There they are. You wouldn't think they'd look at him now, but Plum was actually a quiet boy in school. It was only when we reached sixth form that he really started coming out of his shell, with thanks to Greg Hopkins. Where's Greg? There's Greg over there, everyone. Greg decided to make Plum, I don't know how to put this, his little bitch. It was a strange relationship, to say the least, but it seemed to suit both parties perfectly. From illegal underground wrestling events, rugby tours to France, and pulling thatch on a regular basis, these were good years in the story of Plum. It's at this point as well I should give a special mention to Elon Penn. Elon, where are you? He's over there. Who also became a permanent fixture in Plum's life. Elon was always, at the beginning anyways, the voice of reason with his ethical approach, often stopping Greg from going too far. I mean, what constitutes as too far? Elon soon came out of our way of thinking though and ended up jumping on the Batter Plum bandwagon. Later on in the story, Elon and Plum went on to live together in the infamous Flat 69. Even once described Plum as the worst person he'd ever lived with. When the Flat 69 episode eventually came to an end after an eventful year, Plum still had no clue when bin night was, where the Hoover was kept, and how the oven worked. Very good housemate. The following years seemed to go by as standard, really. Plum followed the usual sixth form to university trap that a lot of us seem to fall into. He got up with the usual stuff, lots of student nights out, accosting young ladies in time and envy and walkabout on a Thursday night, and just generally being a strain on society. I'm sure Nikki and Pat, you'll be very proud of all the hard work Peter did while in university. I think the next event worth talking about, which helped shape the man that we see here today, is our adventures to Thailand that were to come. Now I need to warn you, the man you see in these next photos looks slightly different to the previous ones, mainly because he discovered a phenomenon called exercise. Now I know when people say Thailand, the first thing many people think is ladyboys. But really, as hard as he tried, they just don't like hobbits. Even if he had destroyed a few rings on his travels. That, coupled with the fact that he looked like this on a daily basis, really didn't bode well for him. There's something about the homeless traveller look that they just don't go for. On a serious note though, in Thailand we did a lot of educational and life-changing things together. And we saw some of the most amazing scenery in the world, and we really found ourselves. We didn't really, we just got drunk. We had a great time, really good time. Now, I'm not going to keep you much longer, because I know you're probably fed up of looking at pictures of Plum. But I just want to finish off with the man you're looking at today. A kind, generous man who would do anything for his mates and family, amazing father, and loving, caring partner. Now enough about me. Plum, he's a flaccid penis. No, on a serious note, if this guy wasn't such a great guy, I wouldn't have been best mates with him for 30 years. And this is the guy that we see today. There he is. Some nice photos. Yeah, you done right for yourself there, boy. I'd like to think that that was all down to me, to be fair. Everything I did for you over the years, to breaking into your bedroom window in the middle of the night and emptying your wardrobe on top of you, wrapping you in cling film, setting fire to you, cutting your hair, giving you constant beatings, getting you trapped in a washing basket, setting fire to your underpants, and drugging you, was all done in your best interest. And I take full responsibility for shaping you into the man you are today. I don't know how the hell you ended up landing on your feet like that. I think we'd all agree, especially today, a stunning wife and a very handsome little boy. Anyways, that's about it for me. I'd just like to finish up and say thank you all for listening. You've been a great audience. I am available for Best Man Hire, and I'm pretty booked up in September, is it, Jim? September, yeah. No, seriously, mate, it has been an honour being your best man, mate, and I'll do it for your next wedding as well, if you want me to. Jess, as I said, you are looking stunning today. I still don't understand what you're doing with him. But I'd just like to finish up with a toast, so could everyone please be upstanding to join me to the bride and groom. Bride and groom. Stop!